All right. Welcome to Dad Talks with Jay Blues. Got another interview. Gonna have him introduce yourself.
My name is Fitz, and I don't know what you want me to say. But my name is Fitz.
All right, Fitz. Don't worry. I'm gonna ask you some questions. All right. So, Fitz, what do you do?
I'm a communications or telecommunications technician. Currently work on fiber optics for Bell.
Okay. That's what's up. All right. And you're also a father.
Yes, I'm a father of two.
All right. Boys, girls.
I have one boy, one girl. Fortunate to have one boy, one girl.
Oh, so you evened out. Okay,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
good. Gonna have more?
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever's been said to me, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. You know.
All right. I like that. Definitely. And are you currently with your children's mother? Same mother?
I'm with my son's mother. Yes.
Okay. Oh, so they have different mothers?
They do. Yes.
Okay. All right. So how is it navigating that? Like,
At times it can be difficult, but it doesn't matter how difficult the situation gets. You have to still get it done. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I try not to complain about anything that might bother me. I just keep going, bro. You can't give up in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree with that. It does become complicated at times having two different households pretty much that you're involved in, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you navigate that?
That's still a work in progress here, but I make it work. I there's times where it's like, okay, I want to have both children with me for certain events, and it's either I get pushback from my daughter's mother, but it's fine. We're all working through this.
Okay. And kind of growing and learning as you go along.
Exactly.
And how old are your kids?
They're both 4.
Okay.
It was an experience in my life. I was going through some things, and hurt people, and yeah. So it was just like I was in a rough part of my life and making bad decisions when you don't have good role models, or
Right.
you don't have someone to teach you how to be a certain man. You're left out there figuring it out for yourself, and you're gonna fall in some situations at times.
I agree 100%. And I think that's key. Like when you don't have the leadership, right? Or someone mentoring you, or someone like pulling you up saying, listen, you're going the wrong way, right? And normally that's our fathers, right?
Yeah.
Our fathers are the ones who kind of like, fix up. I don't like the way you're headed. I don't like the man you're becoming, right? So get in line.
It would also that would be great if you had a father who did those things for you, or maybe shared his own life experiences,
Right.
so that way you can learn from his mistakes. And but not everybody gets that, and that's fine. And it's not all their responsibility either. There's
Right.
at some point in your life you got to say, yo, this is my life. I got to take control over it, and there's things that I'm doing that's messing it up, and I got to get better. I can't be great, but I could definitely get better.
Right. I agree. That's accountability.
Exactly.
Right. And we all have to be accountable for ourselves and our actions. At the end of the day, as much trauma as we have growing up, as much as we had a rough childhood or had a great childhood, whatever we've experienced, at the end of the day, it's us making our own decisions and living the life that we want to live.
Exactly.
Right. And if you don't learn from your mistakes, you're bound to repeat it over and over and over.
And if you don't own if you don't own it, bro, if you don't own your life choices and stuff, you end up just lashing out and blaming other people for your troubles in life,
Yeah, no. Yeah, that is definitely accurate. I know a few people in your same position that have like kids who are the same age with different mothers, and I know a bit. Like I don't know firsthand. I definitely know from an outsider looking in that it can be very, very complicated.
It can be
dealing with two women who may not see eye to eye with, may not be happy with you.
Oh, 100%, 100%, and that's fair. You're allowed to have those feelings.
Yeah.
And I love to say, we've probably heard it before, feel your feels. So like if you're going through something, feel that feeling. It's okay.
Yeah.
Before maybe, I don't know how my dad, you're not allowed to have no feelings.
No.
You just have to go through it and get it, like,
Yeah.
But now at my age, I'm like, hey, if I'm feeling this way, I'm going to tell you this is bothering me. I don't have to keep it in the bottle capped up or whatever. It's like that's worse when you bottle it up for a long time.
You explode, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. When you can't take anymore, you boom. You're
exactly.
So I grew up with my dad till I was about 9. Mm-hmm. And then my dad and my mom they separated and then got divorced. I think the divorce was finalized when I was about 13. Okay. So I had that aspect growing up where it was like, yo, what are you crying for? You know what I mean? Well, I'll give you something to cry for. And my dad was African. My dad's African, so it's not even I'll give you something to cry for. It's yo, you know what I mean? Like what are we seeing tears for? Right? And then growing up with my mom, after they separated, my mom gave us that space. You know, it's that feminine energy. She'll allow us to sit in that feeling, and feel the feels, you know what I mean?
Of course.
And that's why I do believe that there's definitely always should be a balance. If possible, there should be a balance in the home.
Yeah, you need both parents. You need for whether you have a son or a daughter, you need both parents. They got to get both sides of the love. They can't just have one side because they're going to grow up unbalanced.
Yeah.
And we can't have that. And you need, let's say, all right, for my daughter, I get it. A mother's got to be in the daughter's life because they got to teach some things that a woman might need to learn to survive in this world. But the father is also there to protect the daughter from the things of this world, where he can teach her things from a man's point of view to look out for this and this and that. But when you're closing that door and shutting it off, it's hard. And it's hard for them to build that relationship between daughter and father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just something women, and I'm not going to say it's not all women, some women.
Yeah.
Because there's some women that are like, they get it. They get that.
Yeah.
So that's just something that some women need to work on.
Yeah. I think it's.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No,
I want to make it clear. I got an allergy going on. That's not me crying. That's just my eyes watering up over.
But even if you were crying, it would be okay.
That's true too.
It's okay to feel the feels, bro.
You're right.
Yeah, I mean, I try to create a safe space where, and I do that by sharing my own personal story. You know what I mean? And some of the feelings that I've gone through being a father. I've been a father since I was 19, so.
Bro,
years of it.
I can imagine the pressure, the stress, the rough times, the how am I going to get it done, the hustle. But you can appreciate it now.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I sit back and sometimes I'm like, honestly, I'm glad there's pros and cons. Like, I'm glad I did it that way because, my kids are older now. We have a great bond. It's amazing seeing them in this stage of their life. But the earlier struggles, I wish I could eliminate some of those things, man. Like, the money struggles, like, the time, like all that stuff that like now I'm able to provide a lot more. I wish I could do that then. So yeah, definitely it's pros and cons to it, bro. It's pros and cons to it.
But you learn a lot from that not having. And then once you're able to, it's like, okay, things are a lot easier now. I learned some things. I'm a stronger person for it, and I keep it going. But I would like to say, anytime you get to another level in life, there's more problems different problems.
Yeah.
So you might have solved one thing. There's another fire coming around that corner for you. Like, now that you're able to provide, now it's like you're being shut out. What? I'm not. I'm one of the different guys. I'm one of the fathers that can provide.
Yeah.
Now, I want to be in my child's life. So why now give me this new challenge of, okay, now we got to eliminate you out of the picture.
Yeah.
Because you're doing too much. You're too happy. Life's too happy, and I want to cause a different problem for you.
To be honest, I think a lot of women have a hard time. And again, this is disclaimer. This is not an attack on women.
Not at all.
Not at all. But I think a lot of women have a hard time navigating their feelings once a relationship has ended, especially if it ended badly.
Yes.
Right? They have a hard time navigating and managing those feelings where he hurt me, and there's nothing I could do to hurt him other than, keep his child away from him.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of women find themselves in that spot, and it's unfortunate because realistically, the only people that suffer are the children, right? When again, they're gonna grow up unbalanced, right? And it's hard. It's hard to tell a woman who's been hurt how to navigate that hurt, right? So it's tough. I know a lot of men who have a few baby mothers or a few. We have a few partners. I try to find a nice way to say it. They have a few mothers of children,
something like that,
right?
Yep.
And I've seen how, it's hard to kind of like time management and keeping everybody happy. And if you do one thing for this child, that mother's upset. Like, what do you mean you bought them $100 worth of gift and my kid got 50?
Oh man,
we have problems right now.
Of course.
Well, my kid deserves more, right? So I can imagine, and that's why I always said I'm very fortunate. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I know I'm not. I don't want to say I'm not the average, because then it's like promoting the stereotype that men them are just having beer baby.
No, hey, okay. It's a rough situation because like you have men, you have boys who grow up that are trying to learn how to become a man. They don't actually really know that yet.
Yeah.
Because what they're first pursuing is a woman to do whatever it is they want. They want to have a person who they can go to the movies with or whatever, talk to, vibe with, and have that environment.
Yeah.
Okay? But they don't know nothing about relationships. They know nothing how to maintain that relationship, how to get that relationship to go stronger. And I'm not just putting this on the men, the women too, but they take a chance and like, hey, you want to be with me? Yeah, I want to be with you. I know nothing about you, but let's just try to make this relationship work. And you're going to run into problems.
Yeah.
But if you guys can't communicate and talk about those problems, it's just going to get worse.
But that's the thing. Again, it kind of goes back to our dads, right? Mm-hmm. They never showed us how to communicate with women, right? So we're just stabbing in the dark here. Like, you know, like you said, I'm like literally, you want somebody. Mm-hmm. You may not know what you want them for, but I'm lonely. I want a girl. I want somebody in my life, and then you get them and you're like, all right, now what?
Now you're trying to do what you have to do to maintain this relationship and try to keep it, but you end up losing yourself sometimes doing that because you're trying to make somebody else happy or keep them happy. And then you forget to try to keep yourself happy as well. And then it's like you put them up here and you're down here, but it's supposed to be a balanced relationship.
And it'll never work because once you're unhappy, right, you start resenting the person who's happier than you. Yeah. Because you're making them happy. You're like, yo, I'm not even happy right now. And then sure enough, what's gonna happen is what happen is
you're gonna try to go find happiness.
There's gonna be this one girl, guy, who's the best thing since sliced bread. Bro, she can do no wrong. You're happy, bro. Everything, you're smiling again.
It's different. Yeah, it's a whole different situation. And I want to say that also goes for women too. Okay,
absolutely, it goes for women too. We know, man.
These situations, women run to these situations too, and can also cause pain and hurt.
Yeah,
okay? That's it. I want to let everybody know that it's not just one way.
But it goes to the 80-20 rule, right?
Yeah.
You may have 80%, but the 20% you're missing is just maybe your happiness, and then that one person has 20, and that it's sunshine, bro. Sunshine on a rainy day.
People need to pick up a book and listen to a podcast and do different things. Don't be going out, partying, drinking, whatever, running into the wrong people. It's not a good thing, man.
Yeah. Talking to your.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can move it so I can hear you.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, sorry.
Yeah, man.
That relationships are hard, but okay. Let me ask you this: what has your experience been like being a father? Because your kids are 4, you said.
4, yeah.
So what's that been like?
It's been great, man. Like, it's weird because like I can see myself sometimes in them. Like as a child, and just seeing them learn different things is like, wow, like when we come here, we really don't know a damn thing.
Bro, we don't know any. We're blank slates.
Nothing. And you're right. They have no fear. They just like, they don't know that they can get hurt doing something. But like, kids are great, man. They make you smile. They make you laugh.
Yeah.
With their silly ways, and it's cool seeing yourself in them.
And they're so trusting.
Yeah.
That's what, bro. I used to be like, yo, come jump, and they.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They just know you're gonna catch them.
Yeah, like he's got me.
Yeah,
he's got me. He's not gonna let me drop.
And that's a lot of pressure. Outside of even that, like they know you have them. So when I'm hungry, when I'm tired, when I'm sad, when I'm hurt, yo, dad has me. Dad is Superman, and as long as I get, and mom, but as long as I get to them, I'm okay.
Yeah, that is the first. I'm gonna say it. Say it. Dad is the first superhero that your children know and see. Mom is their first love. They're gonna love mom forever. It doesn't matter what they will. Like my son now, he'll ask me for candy. I'll give him candy, bro. We're keeping it a secret. All of a sudden, Daddy gave me candy. Yo, he will dime me out without a question. It's like, yo, where's the love here? Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
nonstop love to the mom. It's good though.
Yeah, they have a different love for their moms, right? They have I guess it's that bond that they experience in the womb and everything. They come out unconditional. Yeah. And so I'm saying it's tough being a dad because our love isn't unconditional all the time. You know, our love is based on conditions. Yeah. As long as you provide, protect, then I'll love you. But boy, you mess that up, Dad, I might not rock with you no more.
Yep. You just want to walk through the door. You just want to walk through the door and have a little respect. But you want to have some respect when you walk through the door. You know, like Dad's out there. He's battling. They don't know that you're battling, but you're battling so many different things, and it's like. You want to walk in the door and just be like, yo, my dad came home and he's holding it down. Like,
yeah.
You know, you want that as a man. You want that.
So it's funny you said that because, like, I never looked at my dad as like a human being, right? My dad was just always dad, superhero dad. He has his stuff together, and then he left, right? And it was just like, you know, my superhero left, right? But I never looked at it as like. Dad is a human having a human experience. Yeah. Right? And whatever that, like, I only see my dad in the house or when we're out together. When Dad's not around me, I don't know what he's dealing with. I don't know what he's battling. But you better not fail because he's Dad. Yeah. All right. And that's it's tough to be a dad, man.
I don't even that era, I don't even think they knew what it meant to be like a father. And I'm not knocking them. Yeah. I'm just saying they were in a learning experience themselves. Like they were learning how to be and I get that now. Before I didn't, because I was just like, yo, how can you leave me out here without the book, the guide, the catalog to show me what's coming next and how to battle that. But I realized they didn't know that. They didn't understand that. They didn't understand how to communicate. Yeah. They didn't know how to have that bond with child. And it wasn't always their fault. I don't know what they were going through. Maybe the mother was keeping child from dad. And I get all that now. Before I didn't, bro. I was just like, yo, you left me out here.
But yo, you know what it is though? I think the narrative has always been from the mother's perspective. Yeah. This man left me with these children and I have to do it all. You get that one story. You never hear the dad side. You never hear, you know what? I've been trying. I've been trying to send you money. I've been trying to come see you. Your mom doesn't want to have me around you. Your mom has a new man. Now I'm beefing with the new man.
Yeah, lots of things they're going through.
Yeah,
but I give them that, and at the same time, I look at it like, yo, we're all older now. We can handle these conversations. Have the conversation with me now. Tell me what was going on. Tell me what was happening. I would be glad to hear the story of what was happening.
Bro, there's a level of pride there, bro. You know this. There's a level of pride.
But you have to get rid of that pride. You have to get rid of that. How can anybody learn and get better if you can't get rid of your pride? Just move that. You don't need it. You don't need it.
Yeah, I hear you.
And it's like that era too. They always want to be right. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, they're never wrong.
arguing all the time. It's like you can learn something if you just listen for a
Bro,
minute.
I don't even think I heard a sorry before, bro.
No, you're not hearing sorries. Sorries, you're not getting those.
Admit that I was wrong?
No, you can't get those.
Oh my gosh. That's failure.
Yeah.
That's failure.
Yeah. I'll tell you sorry. What am I telling you sorry for?
Even if I was wrong, just all right, just go. Yeah. Go away. Just find something else to do.
I messed you up a little bit. That's fine, man. You figured it out, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna apologize for that. Don't worry.
It's because of me you are the man that you are today.
Oh, you want to take credit for that? Oh, okay. What about the stressful times? Were you there then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I think that's why I created this, because again, you never hear the dad side. Mm-mm. Like I have a couple of women that I talk with too, and they are in a situation where the dad's not present in the child's life, and I always hear from their side, he's this, he's that, he's whatless, he doesn't want to pay for it. I never hear the dad's story,
and they're not wrong either.
Right.
There are definitely men that are like that, and you just have to say you hope one day that they get it, that they get that they got to do more. And I know it's definitely hard, but you still got to do more. And I don't like to tell people, say that guys are F boys or whatever like that, but I get that terminology too, because you're right. They're growing up without the skills. They didn't learn it from their father. They didn't have a role model. They didn't have a plan. They're trying to work out the plan right now with you. So they are going to be struggling. They might not be able to provide or give you fancy things or do this and that for you, but they might get there one day.
Yeah.
Right? So let's just do it as a team and work it out as a team and just stop the arguing and get it done. That's it.
Yeah.
A woman can build a man up and make him not make him, but I guess he can accomplish great things if a woman is supporting him and like loving him and just working with him rather than giving him more headaches or problems on the plate.
Right.
Less problems, more solutions.
And I think women sometimes they don't either know or acknowledge how much power and influence they have on a man's existence.
You're right. No. Hold on. They don't and they do, because there's certain times when they do know how much power and whatever they have or a man existence, and they will use that power. But then there's times when they're like, oh, I didn't know I could, you know what I mean? Change that up. So it all depends.
Because like you said, a woman in the right position with the right mindset can build up a man to levels that he couldn't even fathom.
Yeah.
But she could always tear him down to a point where he didn't know existed. Like, yo, this is bottom? No, we can go lower than this.
There's another level. There is another level. And that's probably where that saying came from. Women are the downfall of men. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's where that saying came from, probably, because they weren't able to work it out with that woman, and it caused what some people like to say chaos in that life. And that's it. That's why there's problems.
Yeah. So okay, so you mentioned F boys, right?
Yeah.
What would you classify as an F boy?
Yo, it's hard, bro. It's hard because I get it. I get it. You're trying to make it as a man, and you're also trying to provide. So if you're not providing enough, or what they feel is enough in their eyes, you become an F boy or label that. Yeah. But they don't understand the hustle and the struggle and the constant effort that you got to put in every day, mentally and physically, to get through, to provide for you and the family.
Right.
They don't always get that. But if you are not, okay, example, let's say you have money, but instead of either putting food on the table for your family, you're either buying yourself new clothes, gear, or doing things, going out. I get it. You're an F boy because
Yeah.
you should be taking care of your family.
Yeah.
You should be taking care of your family, but you're also stressing and you want some type of happiness for yourself.
Right.
Right. But you still got to take care of your responsibilities. But men don't always get that right away. It takes a while to understand that. I feel like as soon as you have a child, it should kick in. It doesn't always flick for every man.
Yeah.
But it should kick in, be like, yo, I have a kid here now. So now I only care about my kid. And then you end up becoming that man that protects and provides for everyone.
Right. That is true. I remember when I had my first kid, it hit like, yo, this little person like is depending on me. Mm-hmm. That means I need to go get this money. Like I have to make sure nothing happens to her. I have to make sure she's fed. She's safe.
Yep.
It clicked. I stopped fighting when I had my first child. Like I stopped fighting for the simple fact that like I didn't want to go to jail and be away. Yeah. And I didn't want to die. Yeah. And I'm like, those are two possible outcomes of fighting, especially where we were at, because it wasn't always safe.
I had some people there trying to hurt me.
Yeah. I've seen some knives, I've seen some guns. Yeah. It wasn't always the safest space. I'm not saying like, we're all hood, but it wasn't safe.
Yeah, it wasn't definitely
right.
Safe. And there was missing role models in there.
Oh my gosh, a lot of missing role models, right? And I remember I was like, I got in maybe like 1 or 2 fights after that. I was like, yo, I can't do this no more. Nope. Like I have to be here for her, right? And it was just an awakening, right? And you're right, it's unfortunate
that it
doesn't click in with everybody right away. Yeah. Right? And it's also unfortunate they don't have, again, that role model to say, yo, you need to wise up because this person depends on you.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like a lot of people think they know more than they actually do.
Yeah.
And that's why books and podcasts help you, like, because you're listening to someone else's experiences or they're telling you how to do something. It's just like when you see people driving a car, you didn't know how to drive a car until somebody taught you how to do that, right? Yeah. So there's things we might not know in a relationship that you might need to open up a book and read about. and I get that. That's why I'm always constantly trying to work on myself mentally and this is why I joined the gym.
Okay.
I feel like every man should be part of the gym or working out in some way.
Just for your mental health, bro. It does wonders.
If you don't, your day is going to be a little rough. When things pop up, you can be like, I don't know how to deal with this, but you went to the gym already. So it's like, you got this.
It also helps us channel our frustrations. Bro, when I used to play ball, I used to be so peaceful because all my anger went out on the court.
That's it.
And then I came back, I was just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. As soon as I stopped playing ball, bro, I had anger. I didn't know what to do with it. It was just, I was like, yo, where do I put all this energy? Like, I went to the gym. I was like, oh, there. Perfect.
That's it. You found that spot. You got to do it. And that's why I hope my boys, start their basketball again because I need that.
Outside of the gym, what do you do for your mental health?
I read. I fit.
Pull your mic up. Sorry.
I fit in reading. Like if I'll try to do that either before or after the gym. It doesn't have to be long. 1 chapter, 2 chapters, 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. A lot of if I go into a bookstore, I'm in the self-help section constantly because I'm trying to work on myself. Because I don't know everything. I'm not. Nobody's perfect, but I'm definitely trying to work on myself to be better.
Right. I like that. Geez, reading. Maybe I should read a little bit more.
I don't know. There's some books that I can recommend, man. They're good ones, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, outside. So you read, you go to the gym. Do you talk to anybody?
I don't really have anybody that I talk. I have friends that we just talk nonsense.
Yeah,
we're not talking about deep things that are gonna benefit you in life. No, but that's about it. I don't have no deep friends like that. No.
Yeah, I saw a post. One of my last videos was about a post that I saw, right? And the question was asking fathers, what do you need to be a better parent? And bro, the outcry from fathers, I was like, this is crazy. And a lot of it had to do with like mental health and stuff we've been talking about, having a role model, providing. I believe this one guy said, all he needed was a home. And I was just like, bro.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I was like, oh,
that's brutal.
That's rough.
It's so like it's just like you're doing everything else, but you just need that home.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and I think especially with Black men and the stigma in the Black community about counseling, I feel like a lot of women now have broken out of that and are talking to counselors, getting help, but Black men still haven't flipped that switch yet.
I'm not gonna speak for all of them, but I get it, because it's like ain't nobody trying to hear what you're trying to say. It's like I'm not saying that. I'm saying they look at it as, all right, you're just complaining about something that you probably put yourself in that situation in life. You got to just go figure it out. Nobody really wants to. They pretend or care, but they're not really actually helping.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah, and even in relationships, sometimes they'll be like, "Yo, open up, talk to me," like, And I'm just saying, I'm speaking from either my own experiences or conversations I had with my friends. It's just like in a relationship, you feel that you're supposed to be able to open up easily with your partner, but it's not always as safe a zone as it should be, because that something you might say might either trigger the other person and it doesn't sit well, but you were just being honest as you were told to be. So it's rough, bro. Living with somebody, remember, you got to learn everything about that person, how they live, how they do certain things, and make it work. It's just, it's really taking a chance. It's taking a risk, a gamble, if you will. They say you don't take risks in life. That's a risk right there.
Bro, we take risks every day.
Yeah.
Every day in life we take a risk. It's you're right. Learning somebody, learning your position as a father, learning what expectations you can actually live up to and what you can't, and then coming to a place where you're okay with that. I'm expected to do this, but I can't. Right?
Yeah. You got to learn the role. You got to learn what your role is and then how to play it.
That's it. To the best of your ability.
Yeah.
Right. And there's no cookie cutter mold for it. Right. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. But you touched on something that I think is critical in the mother-father relationship. Right. Being able to be vulnerable in a safe space. And I often tell women this, and again, not a shot to women, just putting it out there. Women, we love you. But a lot of women think they can provide a safe space for men to be vulnerable. But at times they often weaponize the man's feelings and attack him with it. And then once we get attacked, boom, that's it. We're closed up again.
That's it.
And that hurts us, and that also hurts our children, because now we become the fathers that are like, hey, you better not cry. Yep. Don't let these women see you crying.
They don't care my opinion.
They don't care.
They don't respect my opinion. They only want me to solve something when it's gone downhill. Now they want me. No. You need me at the beginning. Let's make the choice and decisions together.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard navigating parenthood, and it's hard navigating adulthood.
Telling me, man. It definitely is. But it's a good experience. It's a fun experience if you learn how to learn something from anything that you might be going through.
Yeah.
You never know what's around that next corner. Like I said, you could be putting a fire out here, and a fire is coming for you right over here. Yeah. So you got to get ready for it. See?
Yeah. What are some of your greatest accomplishments or moments being a dad?
That's a hard question, because it's like I still look at I'm looking ahead, and I see so many other things that are coming up for my children.
Yeah.
So it's like me looking at something now as an accomplishment as a dad. It's hard, because I feel like they're too young still. There's just so much more that I want them to experience and go through. I want them to be able to communicate their feelings.
Yeah.
I want to be able to feel like they can tell me anything at any time. Not like a best friend. You still need to respect me as your father. But know that I'm not going to judge you in any way, because people are judgmental at times, even though they might not know what you're going through or how your story is anyways. But so I just want my kids to be able to accomplish knowing who they are and being able to communicate their feelings. So knowing who they are and being able to communicate their feelings. And I'm going to throw one more in there, and be confident at anything that they try to do, because even if they fail, it doesn't matter. They can keep going and try something else. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So on the flip side, what do you feel was is, I won't say your greatest defeat, but your greatest disappointment, letdown so far?
Well, that's another hard one because I never saw myself, and I never went out for this life to have to be a father of 2 kids from 2 different mothers. I never looked for that life. I never went chasing like I want to be that guy. It was never my plan. I always wanted to be. This is not a shot at my dad, but I wanted to be the opposite of my dad. Always growing up like, no, I'm not like my dad. I'm not like him. Not like him. Then all of a sudden life hit me with a situation that I like him. You know what I mean? But
you're like, Dad, I understand it now.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I would say that it's not a disappointment, or what was the word you used? Sorry.
What did I say? Letdown.
Letdown. It's not a letdown because I have my beautiful daughter and I love that girl so much. But just the fact that I put myself in a situation like that, I should have been better, and I wouldn't have been in that situation. But once again, when you were trying to learn how to be a man, or you might not come from a financial background, you might end up doing broke boy stuff. You might be making broke boy decisions,
broke boy moves.
You might be going to broke boy parties or doing just broke boy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're put in a situation, but if you had money, you might be put in a different situation. If I had money, I might be in a different part. I might have got into a different type of trouble. I don't know what kind of trouble I would have had it. But I appreciate my situation, but I'm just saying it could have been different if there was a financial backing.
Yeah. And I think mothers don't realize at times how much finances and fatherhood go hand in hand, right? And when you're a father and you are supposed to be providing and being that superhero, and you can't because you're broke, you either have 2 responses. Either you're gonna man up and fight and go out there and grind and get to where you think you should be, or you're gonna do some broke boy moves and you're gonna cut because I can't. There's nothing I can do for you.
There's too much pressure. I gotta get in this situation. Get that.
There's nothing I can do for you. There's nothing. Bro, you're looking at me like I'm one of your kids. I gotta cut.
Yeah.
So, jeez.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Shout out to the dads that stay around though, for real, because you guys are doing your thing.
You guys are heroes, man. You my heroes. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you teach your children effective communication? And I know they're young. They're 4. So, what kind of steps or methods are you using?
Okay. I guess at this age, kids, when they're upset about something, or if my kids are playing with each other and then somebody will do something to, like just kid stuff, they'll get mad or like stomp their feet or just go off in a corner and like tear up and stuff. And I'm like, what's the problem? Just tell me what the problem is. Tell me what it is, and I can fix it or make it better for you.
Yeah.
But doing the stomping and the puffing and the crying, I don't know what to do with that. So I try to get them to express anything they're feeling, if they're angry or whatever. And there's sometimes when kids misbehave and you have to have that conversation with them. Trust me, I'm nothing like how my parents were when I was growing up, nothing like that. But it's like you have a conversation with them and they're going to be sad for a minute, but then you explain to them why you had to tell them these things. And then you say, oh, let's hug it out, let's kiss it out, and we're good. We're back to being normal. But
sorry, go ahead.
No, but I had to discipline you in that moment. That's it.
I think the parents of today's generation are so, and again, not knocking the older generation, but we communicate so much better. Right? We allow for conversation. I remember back in the day, you couldn't questions.
No.
be seen and not heard that rings in my ear to this day. Listen, be seen and not heard. You stand there, pretend you don't hear nothing. It could be the juiciest conversation. You may have a whole bunch of questions in your head. You just have to sit there like, just can't. Because the moment you talk, you're getting boxed up.
That's it.
Right? So I think today it's great to see, parents allowing for questions and having that conversation, opening a dialogue with their kids, right?
Of course.
It's gonna build a bigger bond, but it's also a slippery slope because, like you said, you want to be your kid's dad still and not their friend.
Yeah. 100%.
And I think a lot of parents fall into that friend zone.
Yeah.
And then that's it. You don't got no respect no more.
Yeah. And I find that women are let me finish this sentence. I find that women fall in that friendship role with child because, remember, they are the first love. So it's they have that bond and then they want to be best friends. They want their child to love them to death and they don't want to have to be the discipline, the person who, gives out that discipline.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be that. They just end up being the best friend. But it can't always work like that. It can't. You can't be the best friend forever. You're gonna have to tell them at some time, hey, like, fix up.
Yeah. That happened in my home too, where the mom was, I was the disciplinary.
Yeah.
Anything's going on, wait till your dad comes. Wait till your dad comes.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, do it. Discipline him. Why do I gotta come do it? You're right there.
I don't even know what happened.
I'm coming in blind. Like,
right now, yeah.
What advice would you have for fathers? New fathers who haven't been active and want to be active. What advice?
Fathers that are doing their thing. I'm gonna start with you guys first because you guys are number one. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep no matter what anybody says to you. You just keep doing whatever you feel is making your child happy. Even if someone's telling you that your child doesn't love you or this and this and that, it's not true. Just keep doing what you got to do for your child.
Yeah.
And you're good. For the guys that are not doing anything, once again, I hope you eventually get to a point in your life where it's like, hey man, I got a child out there and I got to do something for them. I probably didn't have anybody in my life growing up and I don't want the same thing for my child. So I'm going to be there. I hope you guys get there one day. For the guys that are just becoming a father, enjoy it, man. Enjoy that experience. There's going to be so many different feelings and emotions you're going to have coming up. I don't want to ruin it for you. So just enjoy it and just know that you got it. That's it.
Yeah, it goes by fast.
It does. It does.
1 minute you're like this, and next thing you know, you're like, they're grown.
Yeah.
Bro, my oldest is 23, bro.
They're
crazy. Grown.
That's crazy. I can't even picture that right now.
Wow, bro, wait till you get to that stage. It's such a different experience. Yeah, like when they hit like, 10, 13, it's a different experience. I often tell parents, like, when your kid hits grade like 9, that's when they start developing more of their independence and their personality, right? And when they hit like 18, that's when the independence really wants to kick in, and a lot of parents are going to struggle with navigating being a parent and being more of a mentor. Yep. And as they get older, you don't parent as much, you mentor more, right? Where it's like, listen, you can do A or B, but it's your choice.
That's it.
And you just understand the consequences of your choices, and then you're going to have to deal with those consequences. So you choose wisely. Where now you're like, I want you to do this, and this is what we're doing. Yeah. Right? It's a lot more parenting, and but it's great. It's such a great experience.
I can't wait, man.
It's such a great experience.
Those deep conversations, bro. And I tell you, I'm gonna be like open with my children. It doesn't matter what they want to talk about. Anything. It doesn't matter. I'll have that conversation. I can't wait.
And they're gonna love you for that.
Yeah.
They're gonna love that they can talk to their dad about anything, and that they can get a real honest, truthful, this was my dad's experience. Yeah. Right?
You do this is gonna happen. If you don't, all right, let's go down the road. You made a mistake? All right, let's figure it out together. Let's figure it out. But I'm not gonna, at any point my children need me, I'm there.
Yeah, 100%. So I really want to thank you for coming on.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I appreciate you being honest and open. I'm definitely gonna have you back because I want to do a panel.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to gather some fathers I think who will be really good at speaking on the panel. Right. And we're gonna have a bunch of dads. We're gonna chop it up, and again share stories and kind of go back and forth. And have a really deep conversation. It's gonna be live.
Black Fathers United.
I don't even want Black fathers only.
Fathers.
Yeah, because I think Black fathers always get the worst end of the stick.
Of course. we'll never get it right.
We're never there.
Right.
We're never present. We're
cool.
trash.
Yeah,
we're trash. Like that's what they say about us, right? But the funny thing is, there's other fathers in other races that have the same struggle.
True. Right,
and are going through this. It's very similar. The journey is very similar with all fathers. Whether you're there or you're not there, it's a very, very similar journey.
And this is another thing I want my kids. I don't want my kids dating before 30. And I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah. Because people don't really know who they are or what they're gonna do in life until their 30s. Like in the 30s, they're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to make this work. And they make it work. But all the other time is just experiments.
I tried it.
Pain and heartache.
Bro, I tried it. I told my kids, listen, you're not dating until you're done college. Bro, and then all of a sudden, boyfriends and girlfriends started popping up. I'm like, I told them straight up, like, listen, dating is for big people. It's an adult experience. You guys are not ready to have adult experiences. Enjoy being a child. Enjoy being a child and navigating that. But the world, the society says, date as much people as you can, and find yourself. And they're not telling kids like the real thing. Yo, heartache, depression, anxiety, all this is out there. Like,
you are not strong in those categories. Please do not enter a relationship. Yo, if you haven't done any self-reflection or self-work, do not enter a relationship because you are not ready for it.
Not ready for it. Not ready. I remember picking up my kids from elementary school, bro. This is like before grade 9. No, this is even younger. How old? This is like, I think school went up to like grade 5 or 6. And I went to pick them up and there's this girl there bawling her eyes out. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with her? Her boyfriend just broke up with her. See? I'm like, oh my gosh.
We need all that for at that age.
Why do you need all the anxiety, all that trauma? Now you're gonna move into your next relationship with a bag of trauma, and you don't even know who you are yet. Yo, it's a recipe for disaster.
It's crazy. That's why we need to pick up a book and head to the gym. Those are the things you guys need to do and eat healthy. That's it.
Yeah, okay? Definitely. Oh, man. All right. This was a great conversation. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate being here.
Yeah, I thank you for being open and honest, and definitely I'm gonna link you back. Thank you all for coming out and tuning in. If you're not subscribe to the YouTube channel, click the bell so you get notified. If you have not followed the Instagram page, follow that. Dad Talk with J Blues. Thank you all for coming out. Peace.